Not happen in North Korea, as you'd expect. This happened in the United States of America yesterday. KCA could have just sat there silently, exactly the same way I could have in Tupelo, Mississippi, and it really appears that these officers already had their mind made up before they even arrived on scene that they were going to arrest KCA without any questions asked, just based on hearsay and what these people said over the 911 call. So today's video takes place at the First Commonwealth Bank on 25 Garfield Place in Cincinnati, Ohio. This is downtown Cincinnati.
The video begins with the narrator introducing a shocking arrest involving fellow First Amendment auditor KCA in Cincinnati, Ohio. He immediately compares the situation to his own prior confrontation in Tupelo, Mississippi, arguing that constitutional rights are rapidly being eroded in America. According to the narrator, officers arrive at the scene already prepared to arrest KCA solely based on a 911 complaint. The setting is established outside First Commonwealth Bank in downtown Cincinnati, where old-style architecture and a busy business district create the backdrop for the controversial encounter.
Cincinnati in the business district, where all these buildings have that old-school style, nice look to them, where you would think the city would not have an issue if you took a picture or video.
You got a, handbag.
You gotta give him back to people's bicep, man. KCA, you know that's the only appropriate response in this case. But just a quick heads up, guys, if you ever want me to review your video,
As KCA records outside the bank, the narrator explains that the audit was taking place peacefully on a public sidewalk. Casual interactions with pedestrians occur, while the cameraman documents the exterior of the building and surrounding public area. The narrator encourages viewers to submit videos of police encounters and public confrontations for review within the auditing community. The atmosphere initially appears calm, but subtle tension builds as observers begin noticing the camera activity. Soon afterward, police officers arrive on scene in response to complaints about someone recording near the bank.
Have a crazy interaction with police or with Karens or whatever, shoot me an email with the video or put it in a Google Drive and share it with me. I'll be sure to put it out for the First Amendment auditing community, and we'll get the whole community on your side before the whole story gets out.
An officer approaches KCA and immediately begins questioning him about why he is filming. KCA responds that he is simply recording in public, but the officer repeatedly demands further explanation. The narrator criticizes the officer's tone, claiming the interaction becomes confrontational almost instantly. He also references the officer's alleged disciplinary history, suggesting this behavior reflects a broader pattern of misconduct. Throughout the exchange, KCA maintains that filming from a public sidewalk is legal, while the officer insists on knowing the purpose behind the recording activity.
Big mama, big mama. She got her phone out.
The conversation intensifies as the officer repeatedly asks why KCA refuses to explain himself further. KCA insists he is not required to answer questions while remaining on public property. The narrator mocks the officer's repetitive questioning style, arguing that the officer appears agitated and disorderly despite accusing KCA of suspicious behavior. Tension escalates rapidly as the officer becomes louder and more aggressive. According to the narrator, the police interpretation of lawful silence as suspicious conduct demonstrates how quickly ordinary constitutional activity can be treated as criminal behavior.
Hello, sir.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay.
Can I
How
ask
you
what you're
doing?
You really need to know what I'm doing?
Yeah, because I got a call here.
For what?
You recording?
So what's wrong with that?
Without extensive discussion or investigation, officers suddenly move to physically detain KCA. He is ordered to place his hands behind his back while insisting he is engaged in lawful activity on a public sidewalk. Officers accuse him of recording a bank and asking suspicious questions about the building layout, implying potential criminal intent. They also claim he could be armed and dangerous despite providing no visible evidence. The narrator strongly criticizes the immediate escalation, arguing police lacked reasonable suspicion before placing KCA in handcuffs and forcing him into custody.
I'm just asking what you're doing.
You're looking at it.
With an attitude like that from a police officer, it'll come to no surprise to you that this guy has a lengthy history of allegations and reprimands from the city.
I'm asking you.
Can you please tell him what I'm doing?
Why can't you tell me what you're doing?
I'm recording.
Okay, how hard is that?
Now, if we were a police officer making a report about this cop, the first thing it would say is immediate combativeness, possibly under the influence of drugs or alcohol, because he's sitting there repeating him.
Following the arrest footage, the narrator delivers extended criticism of the Cincinnati Police Department's actions. He points out that he personally conducted similar filming activities in Cincinnati without being detained, questioning why KCA received entirely different treatment. The narrator argues that officers treated silence and refusal to answer questions as justification for arrest. He describes the incident as a serious civil rights violation and claims officers intentionally escalated the encounter from the moment they arrived. The discussion frames the arrest as part of a larger pattern involving hostility toward First Amendment auditors nationwide.
Answering his own questions and then asking the same questions.
How you
What you're
doing? You really need to know what I'm doing?
Why can't you tell me what you're doing?
I'm recording.
Okay, how hard is that? You recording?
So what's wrong with that?
I'm just asking what you're doing.
You're looking at it.
I'm asking you.
Can't really see his eyes whether or not they're bloodshot or not, and just overall disorderly conduct because he's raising his voice over KCA's and being very loud and boisterous. But yet somehow KCA is the one arrested here.
Because you're looking at it.
I asked you a simple question. You're making this way difficult than it is.
I'm recording.
Okay, is there a reason why you're
The narrator shifts focus toward tactical advice for fellow auditors and constitutional activists. He recommends using 360-degree cameras to fully document police interactions and capture officers' movements and facial expressions during confrontations. He also advises remaining completely silent once officers begin physically detaining someone, except to invoke Fifth Amendment protections. According to the narrator, continuing to argue after detention only benefits prosecutors by creating additional statements for court records. He emphasizes that silence forces the focus back onto police conduct rather than the detained individual's words.
Absolutely.
What's that reason?
I can't share that with you for free.
Why not?
For free.
For free? Why can't you share that to me for free?
Because.
Okay, well, I can ask these questions to you.
You can ask them.
Okay, it's up to you whether you want to answer them or not.
It's your right.
So the reason why I'm here, again, they called because...
Who did? You called them?
I'm talking to you. He doesn't want to talk to you, sir.
You called them?
Sir, what is do not about this?
I'm on the sidewalk.
No.
I'm on the sidewalk. I'm not walking. I'm on the sidewalk.
As the video concludes, the narrator encourages supporters to attend KCA's upcoming court appearance in Cincinnati and show solidarity with the auditing community. He directs viewers toward KCA's channel, asking them to subscribe, leave supportive comments, and help spread awareness about the arrest. The narrator frames the incident as evidence of growing hostility toward constitutional rights and independent journalism in America. Ending with his usual promotional outro, he urges viewers to subscribe for future videos while continuing to advocate for for public accountability and First Amendment protections.
Just put your hands behind your back.
Sir, I'm on the sidewalk.
You're
I
not
didn't do
answering
nothing.
questions.
I don't have to answer
Yeah,
questions.
let's just detain you. Just put your hands behind your back.
Hey, y'all committing a felony right now. You're committing a felony right now. You're committing a felony. I'm doing legal activity right now.
Sir, you're recording a bank, asking questions about the layout of the bank.
I didn't ask them about no damn.
Questions that indicate you may be thinking of a robbery or something. You could be armed. You could be dangerous. Do you have any guns on you?
There you go, just like that. KCA